Hello.
Good morning.
And welcome to episode 4 of the samandmatty.com podcast. It is March 24th at 10:40 a.m.
Is it actually?
What do you mean?
Is
March 24th?
Yeah. Oh my God, wow. That month really flew by.
They just do that.
They really do.
Time.
It's almost my birthday.
That's true. Sam's birthday is coming up
I'm going to be 22.
on April 8th. So if you have
The solar
any
eclipse.
gift ideas, send them my way and I'll buy them. And I can give it as a gift.
I'm going to be turning
it'll look good for me.
22 on the solar eclipse.
That's true.
Everything about that is true.
Everything about that is true. Everybody's telling me the solar eclipse is going to be particularly dangerous. And I don't know if I believe that. I feel like it's kind of just going to come and go like every other thing that ever happens does.
Doesn't it? It's giving the millennium.
Yeah.
Everyone's
kind
like,
of,
have water, have food, fuel up the car, don't be alone. Like, do you remember being so scared for the millennium?
Yeah, on New Year's Eve.
Oh, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, 1999. My cousin Michelle babysat me, and I went to bed at like 7 because I was like, if the world's gonna end, I'm gonna be asleep.
I want to be rested.
I want to be well rested for the next life.
Yeah, I remember my sister's birthday is January 1st, so New Year's Eve was always like not like a huge event in our house, but it always was an event. Like, we were never not doing nothing. We had like friends over or whatever, because it was usually my sister's birthday party. And I remember like 2000 or the millennium, 1999, and just being like, oh my God, like this is the end of my life. Like I've lived so little, and here we are at the end of my life. And it's on my sister's birthday, and I was so jealous. Like, everyone was just making such a big deal about my sister's birthday.
Everybody's collecting water in their crawl space.
That's all we did.
Sister's birthday. You just collected water?
Didn't collect it. My mom bought two 2-liter bottles of water.
Well, that'll get you through like 45 minutes.
Yeah, but this was also, keep in mind, this was back in the day where you didn't drink water.
That's true.
So that probably would have been a year's
supply. She collected like 2,000 cans of Coca-Cola.
There was Pepsi. We were a Pepsi house.
You're a Pepsi house.
Oh, big time.
We had no soda affiliation, and I still feel that way. The only thing that keeps me in check is that Diet Pepsi is not vegan. And this is for all my vegans out there. Diet Pepsi is not vegan for some reason. And I found that out this year. They won't tell you why. I think Pepsi Zero is, but Diet Pepsi specifically is not vegan. So just keep that in mind.
We were a household that my mom was allowed to drink Pepsi. Like, my mom drank Pepsi every night. She had a little sip of her Pepsi. But when
you were getting bottles, like a 2-liter bottle or whatever.
She would get the 1-liter bottles.
Okay.
And she would drink that for like a week. But every night she would have a couple sips of her Pepsi. But when it came to my sister and I, we were drinking Spritz Up. We weren't drinking Sprite. We weren't drinking 7-Up. We were drinking Spritz Up. And that was kind of like the vibe with everything in my family. Like, on Easter, my mom would buy herself mini eggs, like the actual real good mini eggs. And then she would buy us like the shitty off-brand ones. So I don't know. I feel like that is like the power you have when you're a parent. It's like you
get the good thing.
Yeah, like, and as she should, you know.
You're going to get disowned for revealing all this.
Well, it's just the truth.
The like fake sodas had like, there was a little something to them.
I loved Spritz Up. I felt it had a better taste, and
I
it
think
wasn't
so too.
as spicy.
There was in the town that I grew up in, there was a 35-cent soda machine.
RC Cola?
Can't get anything for 35 cents anymore. Yeah, it had RC Cola. I think it had like Mr. Pibb.
Oh yeah.
It had all the bootleg sodas, and that was 35 cents. You can come with 35 cents easy.
Yeah.
50 cents. That's a whole other thing. But 35 cents? I feel like I'm like I'm talking about my childhood in the Great Depression or something.
35 cents could go a long
35 cents
way.
could go a long way back then. You go out all day long skateboarding in the boiling heat, sweating.
Yeah.
sweating,
Pour a Mr.
exhausting
Pibb over your
yourself.
head.
And
Drag
then
all sorts
don't
of
drink
wasps.
water all day. Do not drink any water. Hit the 35-cent pop machine. Get yourself a Mr. Pibb. You're set.
That's a good day.
Water is a woke fabrication in 2024.
Yeah, we never drank water.
Didn't need it.
We did have a Brita filter, but I think we
Oh
filled
my
it
God.
once.
The
and-
Brita filter had such power.
Mhm.
The Brita filter truly had such power at that time. And now when I'm at somebody's house and they're like, oh, just use the Brita in the fridge or whatever, I'm like, no. I'm going from the tap.
Yeah. I want all that nasty stuff. I want all those little crustaceans.
I don't believe that in any world the Brita filter is doing that.
No.
What could it possibly be? If the Brita, this is the most anti-scientific thing I'm ever going to say probably, but the Brita filter, if it did what it suggested, you wouldn't need to boil water anymore.
That's true. And also, if it did what it suggested, it could clean the ocean.
Yeah, it could clean.
Like, why don't we have a Brita
If
filter
it did
in
what
the
it
ocean?
said, they would be sending Brita filters to Flint, Michigan, but they're not. Because the Brita filter doesn't fucking work. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And when people tell me, oh, use the Brita filter, I know that they're buying into the propaganda. And I'm not. But where does the water in the fridge come from? You know what I'm talking about? In the door of the fridge. I've never had a fridge like that. We were poor.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Where does that come from?
I don't know.
Do you have to connect it? You must have to connect it.
Oh, yes, you do, because when I moved into an apartment once, and the apartment, like, as I lived there, was becoming riddled with mold.
Okay,
and
cool.
I would wipe the inside of the cupboards, and then the mold would grow back like twice as much. I have pictures. I'll find them. I'll post them in the Patreon because it is quite insidious. My landlord was gaslighting me, and he was saying, you're spraying food in the cupboards, and I know it. And I was like, listen, Bob, I am not, or Bill, or whatever your name was, I am not doing that because that is disgusting.
And this is not my first rodeo being accused of something like that.
I've been accused of this
It's crazy
before.
that you've been accused of that multiple times in your life.
I know. So anyway, finally, he cracks down and he removes the cupboards and removes the wall and found out that his house was on Love It or List It, Toronto. And they
He
decided
found that out.
They decided to love it. They didn't list it. They loved it.
He did?
He did.
He's on the episode.
He's on the show.
Okay, we have to find that episode.
That's so true. So he's on the show. And I guess when they installed the fridge upstairs in his house, because they didn't do jack shit to the basement on Love It or List It, I'll tell you that much. I actually don't know. They might have. But they didn't clip the water line. So there was water running down the wall that was supposed to go to the fridge. And that's what was causing the mold in the basement.
That's what happens when you stray from God's intended water receptacle, the faucet, or the hose, and you try to drink out of the thing on the fridge. What's that for? The other alternative that I'll accept is a water cooler. I think that the water cooler's kind of got...
What's a water cooler?
Like
like a Culligan?
A Culligan, yes, if we want to name brands.
This episode of SamandMatty.com is brought to you by the Culligan man. He just left.
They'll bring you the bottle.
I guess.
I learned how to put the bottle in for the first time this year, too.
Oh, really?
Because we have one at work. It's like the one amenity that we have at work. We don't have warm water in the bathroom. But
you got a Culligan.
We have a Culligan, which I love. The Culligan has a special little swag to it,
Totally.
I think. And I don't know what that's all
necessary.
about. I think the Culligan swag, or the water cool. I'm not doing brand advertising. The water cooler swag comes from me growing up broke and like going to friends' houses who had one. I was like, damn.
Yeah, we got one when we got like a Costco. There was like one at Costco. It was like not branded, and it was kind of like shitty. And we would fill the bottle up
from the tap.
And then when we moved, we ended up moving to the bush. And when we moved to the bush, my parents got rid of the water filter because they're like, we have well water and it's so good. And I was like, okay, great. And then the well water tasted like an armpit. Like it tasted like I'm putting my cup not to the fridge to get a full cup of water, but I'm getting a full cup of armpit juice. And I would cry about it. Like I'm realizing now that like I am not a strong person and like very crazy things make me cry, but I would like be trying to drink water in my own home being like Like just thinking about the water cooler. So then after like a year, they finally got a water cooler again, but they would take it to this tap in town and get it filled.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because I don't think the water in the water cooler is special.
It's the water
It's the
cooler.
swag of the device.
And ours had a little switch where you could switch it and it would fill up a cup of hot water.
I love that.
And that was the best because you could make like a little cup of soup.
The one at work has that button, but it obviously does not do that because our amenities aren't like that. We're not living like that. But you can drink cold water, and I do.
Yeah.
I do.
That's good.
You know what else really had a stranglehold on? This is the water episode. We're influenced by Zac Efron. Bottled water really had a stranglehold on the culture. At the time, I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because it's a thing we didn't have.
Yeah, I've always hated it. I've always hated bottled water. And I
For
think,
what reason?
Okay. There was a time where I could never drink a full bottle of water, so I'd always have like half bottles. But that didn't really bother me that much. Until this one time when I went to drink from a half bottle, and as I'm like drinking up, I don't know whose bottle this was. Could have been anyone's. I'm drinking and I can see food floating in the top of the bottle. And so I was like, I'm done with you. I can't trust you. Every single bottle of water is a cesspool, in my humble opinion. And I will drink a bottle of water reluctantly.
But I will say that like with a bottle of water, you can like hold it up and look at the bottom. Mm-hmm. You can see what's in it.
That's true.
Not that, like, I don't know, this is kind of a bizarre comparison because you're not supposed to reuse them, but, like, this.
You never know what's in there.
I could really go a long time without washing this by accident.
Yeah.
And then when I do, or, like, I'll like, wipe it or something. Mm-hmm. I have a bottle like this, not in a Walla branded bottle, but I have a bottle at work that I'm just talking about water at work. That's all I can talk about. I have one at work. The teal one that you said smelled like grass.
Yeah.
I took the top off the other day and I wiped the inside, the like gasket or whatever.
Yeah.
And the wipe came away like
brown,
pinkish brown. And I was like, I'm dead.
No.
I'm dying.
This is no shade.
Not I'm dead like the cool slang way. Like I'm dying and I'm dead.
I think that you have like some sort of like miraculous mouth bacteria because I find all of your bottle vessels, which there are a lot.
I have so many.
Have a particular taste and smell to them, where I don't find mine does, but maybe I'm immune to my own.
I don't think yours does either, but I think you're probably better at cleaning it than I am. Better about cleaning it than I am. Possibly. But all of my smells are weird, I think.
That's true.
My pH is, there's something happening.
Yeah.
It could be bad.
Could be great.
Could be great. I don't know.
You could be invincible.
But I'm just smelling like a salad at all times.
That's true. Your body odor smells like vinegar. Let us know in the comments what your body odor smells like so we can all compare. Mine smells like onions.
Yes. Drop it in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. And also let me know in the comments if you love my new haircut.
I remember telling my dad as a kid that I was like sweaty one day. I told him it smelled like ravioli. Which my only reference for ravioli was
Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee.
I would always tell people that I smelled like a pot of chili, so maybe I'm related to that guy.
Boyardee?
No, the guy who's... Oh, you called him that?
What?
The guy that smelled like ravioli.
It was me.
Oh. Maybe we're related.
Oh, no.
But your BO doesn't smell like ravioli at all anymore.
Sam's trying to come up with a new angle for us to make money.
We're related? What? That'll be the thumbnail. Okay, pose for the thumbnail. We're YouTubers now, so we have to think about these things.
That's true. That's true.
That is true. Oh, so I know we don't really talk about TV anymore, but we did watch a movie.
We watched a movie, that's for sure.
Actually, I don't know if it was a movie.
I think that maybe we're like one of 13 people on Earth who watched this movie.
I saw a trailer for this movie. The trailer was so ambiguous, like it didn't tell you anything what this movie is about. But I saw that my two favorite actors were in this movie, so I was like, this movie was made for me: John Cena and Zac Efron, Ricky Stenicki. And I was like, Maddie, we We have to
I
watch
think you
Ricky
said Ricky Stenicki 314 times.
I was like, are we watching Ricky Stenicki tonight? Can we please watch Ricky Stenicki? Ricky Stenicki, please, Maddie, please, 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 please. I'm like pulling on Maddie's pants. Please, Maddie, please, can we watch Ricky Stenicki? And let me tell you,
We watched it.
we did watch it.
That's a movie.
And it started out
It's
really fun.
started out pretty strong.
It started out like they do a little flashback to when they're kids, and there's this Ricky Stenicki, and then John Cena comes in, and John Cena, his comedic timing and his ability, his ability to humiliate himself, but like in a way that is like so nuanced, I find is impeccable.
I think John Cena is like a very good actor.
Totally. I would say John
I
Cena
would
is
like
a better
to
actor than
see-
The Rock.
No question on earth.
Oh, okay.
No question on earth about that. The Rock, I don't think is like when I see The Rock in something, I'm like, okay, that's Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Yeah.
But when I see John Cena in a film, I'm like, that's Ricky Stenicki.
That's Ricky Stenicki. And he has this ability.
I want to see John Cena in a serious role.
Me too. Isn't he in like a show that Joe was telling us to watch?
Peacemaker, I think.
We have to watch it.
I
know
love
we
to.
don't watch TV anymore.
We do watch
And
TV.
we said we weren't going to do this.
We watch TV.
But there's something about John Cena.
Basketball's on TV.
I've always loved him.
You have always loved him.
For no reason.
For
like,
no
I've
reason.
never seen him
You've
in
never
anything.
watched wrestling.
I've never watched wrestling.
You've literally never seen him wrestle. You
I've
saw
never
him
seen him wrestle.
Sam saw him appear at a wrestling pay-per-view where he talked,
He
and
only
that was
talked.
it. He did not wrestle.
But that was before I loved him. Like, I just, from the jump, like, aw.
What was before you loved him?
Like, or
Look
that was
at this.
after I loved him. That was after
Look
I
at
loved him.
this.
It's really cute.
This is cute.
I just loved him from the get-go. Like, I
Yeah.
don't even know how I found out about who John Cena was.
Sam was talking about John Cena constantly wearing multiple John Cena shirts, and I made a "you can't see me" joke, and Sam was like, what does that mean?
I was like, what is that? But then you showed me all this stuff about John Cena. You showed me all of his like career highlights kind of. And watching him, like, his character is so goofy and like stupid. He's trying to breastfeed. Okay, this is so cute. His character was like so goofy and stupid, like with the rapping and stuff. But now after watching him and Ricky Stenicki, I'm like, he's just so good at acting. Like, he obviously knew that was like so stupid, you know?
Yeah.
But he's not afraid to be stupid. And that's something that I think makes him an elevated performer.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I didn't really. John Cena wasn't really part of my life either because I fell off. I would say that like his appearance is where I fell off of wrestling as a kid because I was like, this is stupid. That's not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He's rapping or whatever, you know?
Mhm.
Like, it was also like, I feel like they were trying to like, I don't know, his whole character arc is so deranged. Like, rapper, he's a soldier at one point. And then he just becomes a guy.
Then
he's just some
a guy in jorts.
who speaks Mandarin very well.
Oh, yeah.
Is
it very well?
I think he's really good at it.
Oh, okay.
I think he's really, really good at it. I
'Cause
don't
they
really
did that-
understand what his arc is supposed to be.
That side by side of him speaking Mandarin and then someone being incredibly racist.
The Rock.
Oh, it's The Rock?
The Rock, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. John Cena, that guy, I love him.
He's elevated.
I love him so much. And he made the most Make-A-Wishes, which we've already talked about.
Uh-huh.
But
We talked about that on a different podcast.
right, this is a new
not this
podcast.
one.
We're
Things I've talked about in the past don't matter anymore. I can
saying
talk
them
about them
again.
all over again.
We're talking about John Cena again
That's right.
because I love him. And I would love to meet him.
I would really love to meet him.
I think, like, we talk all the time about how, like, celebrities, like, don't really mean shit to us. And, like,
Uh-huh.
I don't think, like, I have the capacity to be, like, starstruck if I saw a celebrity, even, like, someone I really admire. But I think that if I saw John Cena, I would have to just be like, can I please get a picture with you?
But that's the thing. Like, what I was saying about that the other day is I don't feel like I have the capacity to be starstruck by another musician. Like, even the people who are most influential on me musically, like, what? Who cares? Like, Billy Joe Armstrong or something. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Jay Mascis, what is he gonna tell me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I've met a million people who play guitar and sing or whatever. That's
Yeah.
boring. Who cares?
Yeah.
But John Cena, that's something different.
That's something cool.
That's something completely different. He's unlike anybody. I'd be like, damn, this guy's big. That would probably be enough for me.
Totally.
Like, dang, this guy's humongous.
A huge guy.
That would be enough to
hands.
Make me excited to meet
His
him.
hands are like baseball gloves.
I met Mick Foley, the wrestler Mankind, when I was in my early 20s. And that was my main takeaway. I was like, damn, this guy's big. He's like, when I would watch wrestling, like, he didn't look like that big, but then he was like taller than me and stuff. I was like, what the heck? So John Cena, my God.
Yeah, that
would
so
really
cool.
be something.
I haven't met many celebrities. I met Tony Bennett, rest in peace. And I
Was
met,
he big?
I think he was taller than me, at least. He's
Tony Bennett was 4'9". He was shorter than Sam.
He was there with a lot of beautiful women.
Nice. Cool.
And I didn't meet her, but I saw Fergie at the mall.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Fergie is another person who would be cool to meet because it's like,
what have you been up to, girly?
yeah. What were you thinking when you did all those cartwheels or whatever?
And what about when you pissed yourself on stage wearing white pants?
Speaking of which, I think I have to pee right now, so you have to do this alone for a minute.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about some celebrities that I would want to meet. I would want to meet Zac Efron, obviously. Everybody knows that is my number one boyfriend, after Pretty Matty, obviously. I would want to meet Zac Efron. I would want to meet John Cena. I would want to meet anyone from the Detroit Pistons. I would want to meet, but especially I would want to meet Cade Cunningham or Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren is 6'10", and I can't remember how much he weighs, but it's a lot. It's 250. I would love to meet him so we could take a picture of him, like, you know, like those Ann Geddes photos where it's like a man holding a baby in the palm of their hand. I would love to take a picture like that with Jalen Duren. Other celebrities, Dakota Johnson. Although I'm less attracted to her now that I know that she's engaged to the guy from Coldplay. I didn't know that somehow. And to me, I just don't think he's hot. And I'm like, honey, you could do better. So it makes me think less of you, which I know is probably not great for me to say, but it's just the way I feel. Any other celebrities? Are there any? Danny McBride. I just think he's a genius and I would love to meet him. Tim Robinson, I would love to meet him, shake his hand, and say thank you for being vegetarian. You should be vegan though. Who else?
Okay, sorry.
Charlie XCX.
Sorry to cut in on this.
And now I'm done.
I kind of felt the same way when I found out that Sabrina Carpenter was dating what's his name?
Barry.
Yeah.
But love is love.
I just don't like the way that guy looks. I don't know anything about him, but I think he looks weird.
He's the Joker, right? He's the new Joker.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Listen, we don't need a new fucking Joker. The Joker's done.
Yeah. Do we need it to kill more men? Do we need to kill more men by having more people play the Joker?
The Joker is done. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again right now.
Okay.
You shouldn't be allowed to make a new Batman movie.
Yep.
That is dark in tone.
Yeah.
If Batman's not going to kill,
yeah,
and Batman's not going to have sex on camera, there has to be full nudity, including penis and ass. And nipples.
I want nipples back in cinema.
Yep. And there needs to be bush.
Big bush.
We've done enough with Dark Batman. He has to have sex.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be cool if we did a Batman movie where Batman is like actually a theater kid.
He has to have sex.
I would love it for Batman to be more flamboyant.
He could have a bisexual threesome.
Yes, but I want him to be like not even flamboyant like sexually, but just flamboyant in the way he moves. He flies, you know, like he's like doing stunts, but they're like really cool like stage stunts. And he learned these skills because he worked in the theater.
Missionary. Doggy
And
style.
it's camp, and there's sequins.
Girl
And
on
there's
top.
makeup.
Boy on top.
Like, take it back to this place that looks like a cartoon.
Eiffel Tower.
Don't do this dark, brooding Batman like Gotham City. So, like, let's see some color. Let's see some flash. Let's
Doggy
see
style,
some
but the girl's laying down.
sparkles. Pyrotechnics.
Blowjob.
Anyway,
Anything.
that's my 2 cents.
But I agree with that. I think that you either need to go full like insane Batman. Like, let's have a Batman movie directed by our boy Yorgos. You know, let him do something.
No, do you know who should do it?
Who?
Is the Weeknd and Sam.
Oh my God!
That's what we need.
Yes, The Weeknd and Sam Levinson direct a Batman movie. That's what I want.
Yes, like
Period.
just disgusting. Like,
Period.
horrifying.
Period. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the only way you can make another dark and twisted Batman.
Because those two are truly twisted.
They're fucked up. They're insane people. Or it needs to be really gay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It needs to be extremely gay.
like Bob Fosse.
yes,
like a Bob
Fosse's Batman. Oh
style
my God.
Batman.
It's crazy that Bob Fosse's not gay.
I know.
He was having
So
sex
much
with
sex.
chicks.
Yeah.
Big time. But created a whole, did so much for the
For the
community.
gay community.
For the scene. He supported the scene in a really big
and
way.
still does to this day.
Respect.
In many ways. Rest
But-
in peace.
That's all you could do
Yeah.
with these characters.
Yeah. Bob Fosse's
Barry
Batman,
Keogh as
be
the
so
Joker.
cool.
Get the fuck out of here.
unless you're tap dancing.
Unless you're tap dancing or having sex.
Maybe both at the same time.
Yeah, we could combine the two for sure.
Mhm.
I think they're trying to do that with the new Joker, though. Did you hear about that?
No.
Joker 2, the one with Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is a musical.
It's a musical, and they're doing like, I think it's like Glee.
What do you mean?
It's like what do they call it?
A cappella?
No, hold on. I'm gonna find the exact wording. Talk again for a second.
Well, I think that I think that's okay because that's like like Batman's not even in that, is he? Is Batman in the Joker?
I don't know.
I don't think he is. I think it's like, well, I don't know about the new one, but I hope he's not because it would just be cool to have it like its own separate thing at this point.
Jukebox musical
Oh.
featuring 15 very well-known songs.
I kind of hate that.
It's gonna be bad.
I don't
But
like
I
a
do
jukebox
respect-
musical. I don't like
Listen,
a jukebox musical.
I do respect that they're taking the Joker, which is so serious and so goofy and so dark and so twisted, and they're like, let's make this Glee. Make
Yeah.
it fucking suck.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool, and all that you can really do with the Joker. The Joker is cooked, dude.
Yeah.
The
But
Joker is fried. If I don't ever want to see him again
Yeah.
for at least 20 years.
Yeah, I think
There's other guys.
we can put the lid on that.
Spider-Man is the
Put a
only
pin
good
in it.
one. And he should have sex too.
And he should also be gay.
A gay Spider-Man?
I think that
Mhm.
I think that could heal the world.
I think that could slay. I think that would be slam. That's right.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to watch whatever John Cena's been in. John Cena as Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like an old Spider-Man. Not that he's old, but like
But he's
older
older.
than we've seen.
Yeah.
And he's trying to retire, but he just can't get it up.
I'm liking that. And he's like, the reason
Gay.
he's so gay for sure. But the reason he's so big and buff is because he's gay. And because he has the spider strength, but he's been like trying to retire, so he's not doing so much cardio. He's just in the gym
Yeah.
blasting weights,
Yeah.
lifting way heavier than you would expect.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has
I
to
like
come.
it.
He has to put the suit on
He has to
again for
come.
some reason. There's some reason.
The Joker.
The Joker's back. We'll keep workshopping it.
If you make another Joker movie, I'm gonna kill
Choke.
myself.
You.
I'm gonna myself
You can't say that.
on live TV. I didn't say it. I'm gonna myself on live TV.
Look at the cat. He's so cute up there.
Yeah, he is. We got about 10 seconds left before we hit the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to pause. Just kidding. We're going back into the studio this week.
Oh, yeah.
On Wednesday.
Crazy.
Going to finish a couple songs. Maybe we'll have part 2 of the in-studio documentary on Patreon. Patreon, we've got bonus eps. We've got little documentaries.
Documentary style stuff, which I'm going to work on the one we just...
Yeah, we got a tour doc coming. We got all sorts of crap on there, and we're going to keep putting all sorts of new crap.
We're showing demos, crumbs of songs.
Yep. Early releases of songs.
Extra episodes.
Sex on camera. We're doing it all over at patreon.com/samandmatty.com. All typed out.
DOTCOM.com. I'm also going to be trying to sell my ponytail. I just cut my hair. I want to try and sell my ponytail, just like get a little extra cash. So... that'll be up there too.
Also, if you're in the Windsor, Detroit area, Sam is going to be appearing at the Rose City Comic Con.
My first Comic Con.
Sam's first Comic Con.
And we have so much cool stuff.
What's that, April 1st and 2nd?
It's April 6th.
April 6th.
At the Kaboto Club in Windsor. My first Comic Con ever. So I'm really excited about that.
I'm going to be there.
Maddie's going to be helping me.
So come say what's up. That's all I got to say.
That's
you
all
got anything else?
No.
Oh, stream the new Heavenly Sweetheart single.
Yes.
It's out now.
It really rocks.
And depending on when this episode comes out, I think it'll be in time. We're playing at Edgeman Screen Printing on the 29th of March, this coming Friday, with Rex Tycoon, Strange Magic, with Silktail, with Normal. It's a humongous
Huge
show.
bill.
It's going to be pimp.
Pimp and poppin'.
And poppin'. All right. I love you.